Hey folks, welcome back to channel to another episode 6 actually, of CTRL+ALT+RETRO. I know, who would have thought it? 6 episodes in so far, and today we have got an absolute classic retro game for you to see. This game was originally out in November 1997, but it did get an updated enhanced edition and was re-released in 2022, so we got it for buttons on Games of Gold. Blade Runner Enhanced Edition. Now, the good thing about this is it does let you switch between the Enhanced Edition and the original version, so you can see the difference in the graphics as well, folks. So, aye, there we go. And it is a classic game. I mean, what's not to like about Blade Runner? Gives you that kind of cyberpunk, futuristic feel to it as well. And it's just such a good film and series. There's meant to be a new Blade Runner game coming out, but I've not really heard anything for it for a good couple of years, so I think it's probably been canned. But anyway, before we do start it, if you're not in already, folks, drop the channel a wee like and subscribe, and check out some of the other playlists as well. It really does help the channel grow, and thank you to everybody who has done so far. Right, here we go. Let's get a wee try here. See how we get on. Blade Runner. Right, so graphics options. Video options, borderless, that's fine. Back. Game options, back. There we go, new game. We're gonna go for difficulty easy, because I've not played it for ages. Player personality normal, here we go. Here we go. That's what it is, you press Q on the keyboard and it changes it from the quality version to the normal version. So you can see there it kind of makes it all nice and shiny, or kind of filtered anyway when you press it. It's a 6 combat team and an off-world colony. Replicants are declared illegal on Earth under penalty of death. Special police squads, Blade Runner units had ordered to shoot to kill upon detection of any trespassing replicant. This was not called execution, it was called retirement. There we go, folks, we're just retiring them. There's no executing them, just retired. November 2019. Wow, man, we're back in time. See, that's how the graphics look normally on it. And then also with the enhanced edition, it makes it look so a lot smoother. Almost film-esque, isn't it? Like there, and boom.
I'm leaving now.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right,
We'll keep the quality
it's
mode
my
on.
turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runcer, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Creepy old
Now,
dude.
Lucy,
Nothing wrong
I
there.
thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary.
Definitely a creepy old dude.
We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait, I haven't finished with you. I told you we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I.
So, man.
That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals, please. I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Hmm.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. In the forest of the night.
VR61661, report to precinct headquarters. Code 3. Repeat code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
Hmm. So, would I looked back in 97? Not bad for the graphics for 1987, huh? When you see it like that.
VR61661, report to division headquarters. Code 3. Repeat code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Gouza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in, and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runciter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runciter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Well,
Slumming tonight, Slim?
see, the thing with these games back in the day,
Special assignment.
a lot of them were done in like full motion video, kind of 3D rendered scenes such as this.
A couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse. They never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put him on the machine?
Hell no. There's a beautiful little thing in here called the Magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Gouza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runciter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-world paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
Here they go. Can you see it, folks? I'm going to save it here as well. Hey folks, welcome back. Right, sorry, I had to kind of stop the kind of stream there for a wee bit. Right, here we are, back at it again. Right.
What do you know?
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault. The shop's been thrashed. You ought to see this tiger cub they got in there. It's a goddamn tragedy.
How's old man Runciter holding up?
State of shock. He's
Like,
swollen and
as I said here, you can put the quality down by pressing Q on the keyboard so you can see how it originally looked the game, and then the enhanced edition can I turn the volume up here in OBS because it's a bit quiet to be seconds here, folks. But I can't. There we go. There we go. That should be a wee bit better. Right.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Right, let's go inside and have a look.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair. McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First, I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they
I love playing these old games, so this just gives you a wee kind of insight in this episode of CTRL+ALT+RETRO that just how these games looked and played kind of thing.
Totally ruined.
The point and kind of click adventure games such as this, you had other ones like Leisure Suit Larry that we're all showcasing this series as well. Day of the Tentacle, Sam and Max and things like that. They were games that kind of pioneered this style of gameplay, like the point and click adventures. Just you pick the things, select answers, select clues and everything. Right, where we go here?
All my animals.
Animal murder. Right, so what else can we go here?
My precious one. She was my baby.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Chinyans worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that. I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
Right, what else do I have here? Is there anything else we can click on?
You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron coat. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product?
Artificial product.
Precious one. She was my baby.
Bit pompous this wee guy, isn't he? Right, what else we got here? So we've done that one.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for about a month. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk?
Lovely.
Or someplace where she worked?
14-year-old young tart to ken what type of guy this is.
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment. Here you are.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
A candy bar. Yuck. Well, isn't that cute? A toy dog.
Video clip.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl.
But he was.
There's not a lot I can tell you. I'm absolutely... She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very reputable wholesaler.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for about a month. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
I don't think there's anything else here that we can get. Right, so,
My precious one. She was my baby.
see if he's got to say anything else.
Stick around. I may not be finished with you. It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft. The small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance. Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art.
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome. Bag it and tag it.
What we got? Clue database.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible... Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
his apartment. Go to Chinatown and see.
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War. The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen. McCoy, LPD. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sorry, my man. I just don't got the time.
You're a pretty smart-looking cat. Want to make some money?
Pay me large, you got my rapt attention.
Depends on how much the information's worth.
Unfortunately, my man, I got a bug.
Got to mix more out back.
Dynamite dining, old man. Catch you later.
Excuse me, pal. I need to ask you... Ray McCoy, Rep Detect. You got anything that's a match for these?
Nobody wants to talk.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
When business thriving, night always beautiful.
This from your place, isn't it?
Could be. Chopstick come from Yoshi's restaurant supply.
How long has that chef worked for you?
Zubin? Just month. Superior chef. Makes all kinds of new sushi.
What's real fresh tonight?
Special shipment of Toro just arrived. I fix you right up. No one else. Clean as a whistle.
You're Prince, Howie. See you later, Howie. You got anything that's a match for these?
Ever go around the back and see anything?
Howie says you're a master chef.
You not come back here. Air bad.
This'll only take a minute. I'm looking for a girl, about 14 years old with pink hair. You seen her?
I don't know her.
Stick around. I might want to talk to you later. Stick around. I might want to talk to you later.
I kind of thought that might have prompted a nervous response there. It didn't.
I need to ask you...
Right, let's go for McCoy's apartment. Don't know what will be in his apartment, to be fair, but we'll have a look.
Your floor number, please.
Apartments.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Interesting to see. I can't actually remember too much to play with.
She was 2 now and full of life and love. She'd cost me about a year's salary, but she was worth it. It was good to have someone warm nearby after completing a dirty job, and the retirement swag from this case would go toward getting her a partner. Good doggy.
Scanning video disk. 2 enhanceable images found.
Ah, right, there we go.
Enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Run sitter crime scene. Run sitter crime scene.
Run sitters crime. Has he been looking at it though?
Run sitter crime scene.
She came to me with a reference from overseas in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very reputable wholesaler.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
I think there is going to be anything else here to look at.
Run sitter crime scene.
Aye, so right, I don't think that's great. Unless I can use that to go back and interview the wee guy.
Your floor number, please.
Ground floor. Apartments. Ground floor. Roof.
Could have landed on the roof anyway, wouldn't it? Aye. Right, so, see if we can find them in the police station. There's a lot of kind of finding and doing things in this game. It's... You've got to figure it out. But you can get guides for them online that does make it a wee bit easier instead of just kind of finding your way in the dark.
Ground floor. Laboratory.
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. We got the animal corpses from Runcitus, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Animoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
And they're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week.
Right, so...
Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
You sure?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
McCoy.
Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runcitus is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
It's okay, not what I call a classic.
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
Right, there we go then.
Roof. Mainframe and shooting range.
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk. Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
ain't Ray McCoy. Bryant finally letting you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Gouza was gonna requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Gouza could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked mice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell ya, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy.
Peachy. Right. I don't think we want to go to the gun range. There's nothing really in the gun range. Actually, that's just the main frame.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete. Run sitter crime scene.
Well, let me do. Can we click into that one? Maybe a wee bit more. So that's as far as that one's going to go. Alright, so don't think that's going to do anything else unless it's clue database.
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. That black paint you found on the fire hydrant?
Right, so let's go and head back to the car, I think. So we can go and interview the wee guy now, because he was giving some fakes. He was selling fakes, which he said he wasn't.
Ground floor. Lockup.
Look up.
Roof.
Back to the roof, here we go. See, we are getting somewhere. These games are all kind of trial and error. You need to kind of pick out different facts, go different places, try different things, and then you gradually start getting more and more of the story kind of thing. Right, right on. So everybody is away now, so let's see where we go here. I don't think there's anything in here.
I've gotten all I can from that.
Where's this wee dude?
Describe them to me again.
Just the Rastafarian fellow. And that friend of his. A slim blonde man, Asian, with a ponytail. Can I see my attorney?
Bravo, Spencer. You've done your civic duty for the day.
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of
that black paint. Most of them were.
How long is that chef?
Describe them to me again. This is Crystal Steel badge number BR61354, conducting the interrogation of Spencer Gregorian, leader of CARS, Citizens Against Replicant Slavery, November 22nd, 2019.
I once again asked that my attorney...
Shut it, shitbird. I'm asking the questions. We've already put you on the machine, so we know you're not a skin job.
That term offends me.
Okay, so you're not one of those biomechanical scumbags, and you claim to not know anything about the bombing at Tyrell.
This is true. We advocate equal rights under the law for replicants. We have nothing against Tyrell Corporation for creating them.
That's some sick logic.
The replicants are living organisms, whether people like you like it or not. Replicants contribute greatly to the economic well-being of our culture. They cannot be discounted as such.
Hell, it'd be no skin off my nose if you said one of them was hosed down for good. You ever see this guy?
Why, yes. Actually, I have. He was present at the protest. He's not part of our group, but outsiders are usually welcome.
How many new faces showed up that day?
Not too many. A handful at most.
Describe them to me.
I don't know if I can.
Oh no? Recording off. Describe them to me again.
Just the Rastafarian fellow. And that friend of his. A slim blonde man, Asian, with a ponytail. Can I see my attorney?
Bravo, Spencer. You've done your civic duty for the day.
Right, so...
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course.
Most of them were shot point blank, but that black paint you found on the fire hydrant, it's from a ground car.
Hmm.
Well, isn't that cute?
Don't think I can go back there. See, there's nothing else there that I can find, so...
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Right, let's go back to the car then. So... try to go back to Chinatown, see if we can interview the wee guy.
See you later, Howie. Stick around. I might want to talk to you later.
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant, it's from a ground car. The angle...
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet...
Nope. Gonna need to be something back at the police station then, isn't it? Ah, it's gonna need to be something back at the police station. So these games, you definitely need a guide to go through them. You do. You can get properly lost just for hours, man. Right, let's go to basement. Ah, haha, here we go.
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I don't know them.
Were they together?
They seem to be. I saw them talking.
Before or after the explosion?
Before. I didn't see them at all after. That's all I know, I swear. I wouldn't even know where to find explosives. I'm not a violent man.
Not a violent man.
Of course you aren't. You just want to let replicants walk the streets.
They're not killers, Detective. They're innocents. They just want to live a decent, productive life like you or me.
It's that simple, huh? I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir, we're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement toward...
Well.
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit.
Get him tailed, mate. Get him tailed.
We live by a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad.
Such a good story mode game, this.
I'm talking
But there's so many different aspects that you need to find for it.
Detective. We have resources. The world is changing. People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped.
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on
Yep.
Terra, jerk. You keeping busy, pal?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
You keeping busy, pal?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
My migraine's acting up. Can we go anywhere along here? Don't think so. Right, there we go.
Ground floor.
What's on the ground floor, and is there anything in here? Don't know if there's anything here that I can get. Hey, there we go.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it. Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
No.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
No,
Yeah,
they are
suicidal
not.
targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
There we go.
Hey, pal. Hey, pal.
Run, Forrest. Run. Right.
Mainframe and shooting range. Laboratory. Roof.
Go back to the friggin'. Twinge in my back there. Try going down to the basement here, see what's in the basement. And then we'll save it probably after this, folks. Because you could literally play these games for hours and hours. If you've got like a guide for them, they're not that long games.
Ground floor.
But if you don't have a guide for them, you can get lost playing it and try to get different aspects of clues and everything else. Must be something here. Must be a reason why you can. See, normally these are wee things that you can go here. There's a reason for going down, but there isn't.
Your floor number, please.
Apartments. Roof.
Roof. Go back to the roof. Right, let us save it there, folks. So we shall, and we'll quit it to the main menu, because as I said, you can play this game for absolutely hours, right? There is a big story in it that you need to follow through. There's a lot of kind of gathering clues as well, using those clues to unlock other aspects of the game as well. So you are going back and forth between places, but aye, it's such a good game. It definitely would play it through if you've got like a wee guide, if you've not played it before, or it's been years and years since you've played it. Definitely do that. But join me in the next one, folks. Thank you to everybody that takes the time to watch these videos, and for all the new follows as well and subscribers. If you haven't done it already, check out some of the other playlists here and here, and drop the channel a wee like and subscribe. And I shall catch you all in the next one, folks. Stay amazing. My name's Brian, we're Skynet. This has been CTRL+ALT+RETRO. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks.